three-point contest. It's time to find out which player has what it takes to beat the clock and his opponents.
For a lot of folks, this is actually their favorite All-Star event. There's a lot of drama. It always seems to come down to the wire. So let's get it on.
Well, it's an event that...
And so we'll see prime time. He'll have 60 seconds to try and make his way through 5 racks, each one containing 4 regular balls, and then the 2-point money ball.
A maximum score is 30 points, Kevin, but you've got to get into a really good rhythm right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's usually pretty easy to tell right away whether a player has it going or not.
You can be sure of this. Whether it's an exhibition or not, the pressure to perform is still pretty great in the three-point shootout.
Oh, make no mistake. I mean, these guys are competitive. They got a lot of pride. They want to win. But they've got to stay cool and controlled while they're out there. It's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
Can't get the money ball. He's got 10. Now with 11. He's got 12. 5 big points on that rack alone. That's 5 straight. He's getting on a roll. That's 16. His score sits at 18 points for the round. He was really enjoying himself out there that time, guys.
Well, the key was, Kevin, he took 6 out of a possible 10 points from the money balls. And those are huge points. You've got to take advantage.
And so we'll see Stephen Curry.
You look at the numbers through the first part of his career. I mean, there's a legitimate case that Steph Curry.
He completes the round with 13 points. He turned in a pretty good round right there, don't you think?
I thought he had his stroke working pretty well for him. I mean, what do you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, solid shooting. He looked very confident. You know, never became one of those lights out rounds that...
So it'll be Chris Paul here. And he needs at least 13 here to avoid. He tallies 18 points. Boy, he looked great out there, didn't he?
He lit it up big time. That was some silky smooth shooting all the way through.
Yeah, his stroke looked great. He went along at a perfect pace. He did pretty much everything right.
And here we go. Primetime's got the honors of being able to go into the finals as the top scorer from the qualifying round.
You know, Steve, this isn't like some years where there's one guy you point to going into the finals as the obvious favorite.
No, it's not. I mean, and that's what's going to make it fun. I mean, you couldn't pick a more competitive.
And here we go with Eric Gordon. Pressure's on. He's got 24 seconds to top the score and move on.
Well, that score can't.
And here we go with Eric Gordon. He's got to go first here in the finals because he had the lowest score to qualify. But he made it in. That's the important thing. He barely cracks double digits with 10 points. That's far below what he's capable of doing when he's on his game.
Yeah, if you don't really establish a good rhythm early, which he couldn't, that clock starts ticking awfully fast in your head, and it's hard to settle yourself down.
And so we'll see prime time.
Fellas, 25 shots in 60 seconds, that's a lot. One of the hard things, I'm sure, is staying focused all the way through that 25th shot.
Yeah, and in your head, Clark, you start counting the seconds and you think, oh man, I'm not going to finish the round, and then you start rushing things. So it really is a balance between being quick but also being focused and allowing yourself to take the shot.
5 more points to tie it up. A 3-point rack for him right there. 1 more to tie. Up to 10 now. Hits, and now he has the lead.
And still going.
Well, he's got the score to beat in this final round.
That's 5 straight. He's getting on a roll.
And a great finish here.
He tallies 18 points. His stroke looked terrific in that round, guys.
Yeah, especially that one run he had. I think he made 6 baskets in a row, and that's when he really had it going.
So it'll be Chris Paul here. And that brings the three-point contest to a close. Coming out on top of the kind of field we had here tonight says so much about our champion this year.
Now, how much fun was that? That could be the highlight of this year's All-Star festivities, guys.
Well, for me, Clark, the three-point contest usually is. I was just happy to have a ringside seat for it.
And the drama, the excitement, this year's three-point contest had it all. And it was our pleasure to bring it to you. For myself, Kevin Harlan, and my partners Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, thank you, everyone, and good night.